Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. My name's Kelly. I lead the product team at NextChapter. And today I'm going to review the steps for adding your authentication key to your account in NextChapter. And adding this key will allow you to bypass, or will allow NextChapter to bypass the entering of your MFA code when you file. So, just to give you some context, earlier in 2025, as all of you I'm sure know, Pacer implemented multi-factor authentication for your ECF accounts. So every time you log in or file a case, you're required to retrieve a code from your authentication app and then enter in that code each time you file or log in. So because of that step, now NextChapter also had it implemented so that we were asking you for the code. You'd have to get it from your app and then you type it in NextChapter. What now we can do is enter that code for you. So NextChapter can retrieve it and enter that code all on the back end so that you don't have to do any extra steps. All you have to do is click File through NextChapter, and we'll take care of the rest of the process for you. So in order to do that, we need to get set up properly. So I will review how to get that set up in your account. And just to get us started off, you'll need Pacer up. You'll need it up on your screen, and you'll also need NextChapter open. So you'll need those two things as well as access to your email and your phone. So before I get started, if we do have any questions along the way, another team member, Lindsay, is attending this webinar too, so she'll be able to help answer any questions. If we don't get to them, I'm sure at the end I can review any unanswered questions, or if you follow along, I might answer it as, without you needing it to be answered directly. So let me share my screen and we can get started. Okay, so if anyone can't see my screen, please let me know. All right. Okay, sorry, just making sure I didn't miss any comments. Okay, so first, what you'll want to do is, like I said, make sure you have Pacer and NextChapter open, both of your accounts. So you'll want to navigate to your Pacer account settings. In your Pacer account settings, you're going to see this Manage MFA settings. So click on that. And then as you see, I already have an authentication app set up. I'm sure most of you do too, since we all had to add this earlier in 2025. So you might already have one set up. It doesn't matter. You can click Add App and add the exact same app. So I have what I use for an authentication app is the Salesforce Authenticator. A lot of you might use Google Authenticator. There might be an authentication app on your phone, but either way, you can use the exact same authentication app that's already in there, but you have to click Add App. So you'll click Add App, and then this is telling you that you've received a code to your email. So it's just another layer of security with Pacer. So we'll go back to our email and retrieve the code and copy and paste it here. Okay, so I click submit once I've gotten that code. Now I get to name my app. Like I said, I already have the Salesforce Authenticator app set up, and you can truly name this whatever you want. If you have multiple different apps, you'd probably want to name them what each app is, but I'm just going to call this Salesforce app 2 because this is my Salesforce Authenticator app, and it's exactly the same. So then we can click next. And here is the part that gets a little bit maybe confusing or a little bit tricky. This is the authentication key that we need for NextChapter. So first, you'll copy this and paste it directly into NextChapter. So I go into my NextChapter account, click on my firm name, my account settings, and then in my user profile, here's where I save that authentication. So once I click save, I'm on my testing account too, so there's going to be some different stuff, but you won't see this yet on your account. So just click save changes at the bottom. Okay, save changes. And okay, great. So now I'm seeing a pop-up that's telling me I'm not finished. So I've added my secret key, what I retrieved from Pacer, and now there are a few remaining steps. So this pop-up is telling me, okay, you need to make sure that you complete these remaining steps. So I'm going to save this and not click confirm because I haven't done anything yet. So we'll go back to Pacer. And this is the part where I need to then scan this QR code with my phone. So like I said, I use the Salesforce Authenticator app. A lot of you might use a different one. When I'm in my app, I open it up on my phone and I see something that says add account. There might be a plus sign on your app. There might just be an add button. Either way, you'll want to click add. So I then add my account and I click where it prompts me to scan a QR code. So I then scan this code and I can click next because I already scanned that QR code. So now I can enter in the passcode or the code that my authenticator is generating, which it's about to expire. So I'm going to wait a few seconds so that it generates a new one. Okay. Okay. So now I've entered my code. I can click next. And then it looks like I'm all done. That passcode is what is accepted. So I can click submit. Now Pacer is telling me, good job, you successfully added the second authenticator app. So once I see this successful message, I can go back to my NextChapter account. I can read through these steps. Okay, did I complete all of these? Yes, I did. So I can confirm. And that is all you have to do. Once that is saved in your account, NextChapter will be able to successfully file in your account without you having to manually enter any multi-factor authentication codes. Okay, so I'm going to look through the comments. I see one from Luis. Which code / the code for the old app or the new code? Okay, so that's a good question. When you're adding your app, your authentication app, if it's the exact same one that you had in before, only one code will be generated. So since those two setups are connected to the exact same account, as in it's connected to Pacer, on my Salesforce authentication app, I only see one code that's generated and it specifically says it's for Pacer. So there should only be one code that you have to enter. If you're ever worried before clicking add app and setting it up again, you can always delete the first one. That way you know for sure there will only be one code generated for you. So Louise, I don't know what you're seeing. I don't know what authentication app you use. Yeah, I would delete, if you're seeing two codes and they both say that they're for Pacer, then I would delete the first one. I would probably start from scratch. Okay. Do we have, if you are setting something up for someone else, so like I see Ken Bond says, Jim Logan did this today. How do I find the secret code associated with his account? If he's already added it, then you don't need his secret code. If you're filing cases under Jim, then and his code is added, you're all set. However, if you have your own cases that you need to file under your name, you'll need to do it with your login on your Pacer account. So if you followed all of these steps and you've properly set up your multi-factor authentication with the authentication key, I haven't seen a situation where it isn't working, because once it's set up properly, it will work properly. If it's not working properly, we can see like maybe the key wasn't tied correctly, like maybe you grab the secret key before fully setting up your app. We can see that error on our end. So if it's set up properly, it will work. Also, Luis, if you'd like to if you'd like someone to screen share with you, feel free to reach out. We can help you. Um, all right, so I'm going to let a little bit more time go. I'm just going to put in our support email too. So if you do need any additional help, you can reach out to support@nextchapterbk.com. And I just sent that in there. Okay, yes, the recording will be posted soon. So we're going to send out a follow-up email to our initial email asking all of you to add the authentication key to your account. So this will be in the follow-up with the recording included. And we're also going to add this to the Help Center article that provides step-by-step instructions. So the recording will be at the bottom as well. Okay, well, I appreciate everyone joining today. And again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to our support team or the in-app chat or give us a call, or I'm happy to screen share with anyone too. I actually was able to do that with someone this morning. Sometimes it's easier just to have someone with you step by step. So I will maybe talk to some of you later, and have a good rest of your day. Okay, bye.